the map of Vietnam, Da Nang is situated on the central coast. Geographical names such as Hải Vân, Non Nước or Sơn Trà inspire in tourists' passion for exploring a grandiose and spectacular region. Being the gateway to the central coastal region, Da Nang is able to welcome tourists via numerous domestic and international transport routes. The Transviet land routes and railway have their key terminals right in the city, while Da Nang Airport is able to receive modern airliners from many domestic and regional routes. Da Nang Seaport is always open for tourists from all corners to come visiting the city and its Han River. Da Nang is elevating itself into large-scale socio-economic and tourist center. Amidst youthful and dynamic vitality of a seaport urban center, the city has successfully maintained openness of nature, which harmonizes with the romantic and kind characters of its citizens. We are able to see countless representatives of the Champa culture reflected in unmatched architectural and sculptural artworks. Champa dance, which was passionately expressed on stone, is reenacted by the supple dancing language of Danang tourist culture, expressing greetings and best wishes to friends near and far. Da Nang seems to be a converging site for natural geographical sceneries like a miniature of Vietnam, where mountains, rivers, forests, seas, and peninsulas are found within a city. Maritime eco-environment constitutes the most abundant tourist potential via a system of existing tourist sites that will be further developed in the future. Da Nang Beach bears a charming beauty with bluish waters, fine sandbanks, and gentle waves. In addition, climate and weather conditions and salinity level of sea waters are much suitable for sea bathing, resting, and sporting. Forbes, the most renowned business magazine of the US, officially listed Da Nang as one of the 6 most beautiful beaches of our planet. This picturesque and exciting beach is in fact a hard-to-refuse invitation to everybody. The creator has selected Ngũ Hành Sơn as a site for scenery arrangement where clouds, water and mountains converge and harmonize. If you chance to stay at Vọng Giang or Vọng Hải on Thuy Mountain, your soul will be traveling with bell rings of Linh Ứng or Tam Thai pagodas, or blend with rising waves of the seas. Ngũ Hành Sơn complex is a wall of pagodas, temples and grottos, a combination of natural mysteries and human aspiration for a peaceful life. Sightseeing Ngũ Hành Sơn also brings you a chance to wallow yourself into inspiration of a fairy and Buddhist land. Talent accumulated after hundreds of elaborate laboring years of the local stone carving art has crystallized in each of the artworks here. Stones have become special souvenirs through skilled hands of artisans of the stone village. Da Nang has preserved cultural customs and folk beliefs such as Goddess of Mercy Festival in Non Nước, Ngũ Hành Sơn, and fish braying rituals, which are closely associated to whale worshipping customs very popular among coastal inhabitants. In touring places of sightseeing, you will stop at Hải Vân, considered as the most grandiose gateway. From here, you are able to catch the scene in which Trường Sơn mountain range meets the East Sea. The name Bà Nà, Chúa Mountain, may imply something remote and tranquil. However, it is merely about 40 kilometers from the city center. At an altitude of 1,478 meters, the climate of Bà Nà is pristine and cool, and you can experience characteristics of all 4 different seasons of Vietnam within a day here. After being neglected for a long time, Ba Na has been built into a quite complete tourist complex, but still maintains its natural ecological values. Mer Cascade and Toc Tien Stream still hide in themselves a great amount of mysterious tales about Chua mountain region. When foggy dark falls, campfires shine up the night. Jat, wine and dancers of the Ktu ethnic minority endlessly stir up every visitor. Sơn Trà Peninsula is a natural ecological environment and a historical tourist site as well. Visitors may reach Sơn Trà by jeeps or tourist boats. From the watchtower, you can see Tiên Sa Mountain overshadow Da Nang Bay in the west, creating very romantic and melancholic scenery. Then stop for a while for peace of mind at Linh Ứng Pagoda. Boating along Thủy Tú River, you will reach Tho Yen Ecotourist Site, which is dotted with Hue-style wooden houses. This is a collection of elephant skin drums and tree bark blouses full of Trường Sơn cultural traits. Suối Lương Ecotourist Resort brings you feeling of closeness via typical architectural works of every rural part of Vietnam and unforgettable taste of quảng noodle, leaf wrap cakes and bamboo tube cooked sticky rice. Touring Da Nang means you have set foot on the World Heritage Road in Vietnam. Immediately after Hải Vân Pass, you meet with Hương River civilization with golden vestiges of palaces built by the Nguyễn dynasty and poetic beauty of Thiên Mục Pagoda and Ngự Bình Mounds. Thu Bồn River and Quảng Lam are adjacent to Han River, where past images of Pai Pho still remain. Hội An, a once bustling trade port, prospered several hundred years ago. After centuries facing harsh sunlight and rain, Mỹ Sơn Tower Complex still hosts admirations for a very typical Champa architectural heritage. After visiting and exploring tours, sea resorts are always ideal sites for a temporary stop. With diversified and sophisticated entertainments and sport facilities, resorts such as Furama, Sandy Beach or Bien Dong will satisfy your demands. Furama Da Nang is currently the largest diving center in Vietnam. Sea sports are means to recreate inspiration and recover visitors' energy. The city by the Han River is remarked by many, bears posture of an energetic and youthful sailor that gradually advances forwards. When evening lights are on, the pace of maritime life temporarily tranquilizes and everyone is seeking peace of mind by taking a walk, shopping in supermarkets or dining out at restaurants. There are different levels at Da Nang culinary culture. For instance, the popular pancake with pork have been upgraded into specialties similar to luxurious seafood dishes. For visitors from afar, a fairy-like and profound space for them to gain impressions on nature and life of Da Nang inhabitants and enjoy its impressive traditional theatrical performing art would be much more cozy and impressive. Our beloved city, after numerous historical periods with different names as Cửa Han, then Turan, and Da Nang of today, has always been a converging site for natural beauties, talent and strengths of the Viet nation. Da Nang now becomes an open and friendly destination for friends from all corners. Amidst a sea festive atmosphere, the city by the Han River is warmly and enthusiastically welcoming every friend. At dawn, the sea is once again full of vitality by the edge of the city, inviting new sources of inspiration and hope for the future. Danang, in you and me, becomes so dear with every sea wave and sandbank, which have attached to a melody being love from time immemorial.